And I think Trump's impeachment is really necessary. I think Nancy Pelosi waited too long to do it. However, I am very doubtful that it will have any sort of outcome because all the other investigations into this administration haven't really resulted in anything, and I've pretty much lost all hope. I would like for him to be impeached because I think he's an awful president and an awful person, but I am doubtful that anything will come of it.
But basically, I come from China and there's no president stuff. Now, other Chinese students are not pay much attention to impeachment stuff since we have no such traditions.
So I think it's reasonable that they're doing this investigation.
I don't think he did anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with giving a quid pro quo that happened like in the Bay of Pigs. I mean, he's something, but personally, I think they're more upset about losing the election than the fact that he actually did something impeachable, since pretty much every president has done something. I don't think this is big enough.
There was a time when if you heard the name Donald Trump, it was like a bad joke on Hannah Montana. But the whole thing about the matter of the inquiry is it's a very basic form of corruption. It is calling another country and saying, please do this thing that benefits me personally, or I will withhold this service that benefits your country. And it's so simple and so gettable that if you can't impeach any president, whether it's Donald Trump or Barack Obama, if you can't impeach the president for something as simple as that, then you really can't impeach any president for anything, and that's obviously not what we want. I'm also sad to see, a Republican Party that I grew up with has so quickly devolved into a party that will die on the hill of defending Donald Trump of all people.
I think we should be focusing on electing the next president of the United States instead of impeaching this one.
I think the political is better for the country have a big pictures of how to develop the country to be a better place.
I think the impeachment of the presidents has little impact on our daily studies and works. So all I want to do is focus on my study and my following work to do well in those things.
I think that Trump should be impeached. I don't think that he's a very good president, and our well-being of the nation is kind of at risk when he's president. So yeah.
I agree that Trump should be impeached. I think that aside from the polarizing view that he's brought to this nation as a whole, that what he did with Ukraine is unacceptable, and that, honestly, bribing what is a very poor country into dealings with the United States is kind of disgusting.
I think for international students, the policy is too strict for us. So when we want to find some job, the rules for us is more strict than the local people. So I think these rules, if he can change that, it will be better for us to want to stay here. For me, I won't go back to China after graduate because it's too hard to find here, and even the policy is too strict. And he's really, the standards to not easy to change his idea. So I really support this decision. Yeah.
I feel like he should be impeached because all the things he's done in the past that kind of he wanted the Mexicans to be out, or he doesn't like other people. I feel like he should because it's not fair.
He's been closed-minded and xenophobic, so
that I feel like he should be impeached because he's a really nasty person, and the way he treats other people that aren't white is not right, because he discriminated against them, talking about make America great again, but yet he was protesting to have a wall, and I feel like he was excluding people that do not come here, and he's not letting people come in. I mean, yeah, I know our country's crowded, but I feel like if more people come, he should think about that's more economic, that benefits our country economically. More people come. The more people that come here means the more money that's spent, which means more money for the government, which means more money that we make as a whole. And I feel like he should take that in consideration. I also feel like he should learn to accept everybody should be welcomed here in America, regardless if you're white, Asian, black, short, tall, whatever. I feel like you should be able to be here.
I think it's very dramatic now. To me, I feel like I'm witness something a little bit ridiculous to me actually, because he's threatening another country's president to do him a favor. So he's abusing his power to me. Yeah. So Taiwan is also facing our presidential election in January 2020. We have a candidate who is very similar to Donald Trump, and while I'm witnessing this impeachment in the US, I feel very concerned if he's also elected. Will there be something similar happening in Taiwan in the future? So I feel very concerned thinking about this.